Well, I just checked. It is, what time is it? 1:24 in the morning. You are now watching the 2025 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. So we have a few days of very good weather, and then it's back to rain a little bit. I'm hoping to run the next 3 days just as aggressively as we possibly can. If we get wrapped up on our soybeans, getting them in the ground, then we're at the home farm and the surrounding fields around us, which gives us a really good... Being home is really nice. Yeah, I should have my corn in before my beans, but the ground that the beans are going on is drier, so it's all part of a rotation. People have asked what I'm doing with my beans. Not really sure. Honestly, we're hoping for storage, so then we have some ideas. They're not plenish beans. I've talked to a few people about plenish beans, which plenish bean gives more benefit to feeding to a cow. And if you're extracting the oil, and there's some benefits, there's quite a few benefits to it. 50-cent premium, I think is what somebody told me. But honestly, I don't know what I'm doing with beans. So we're learning as we go. But I'm gonna get fueled up, we're gonna get over, probably get disking, and hope for a good day. Well, there's the first of the carnage for my stuff. Water came down off the hill, went right in there. That doesn't look good. And we're spinning. There's just so much water everywhere. Not much we can do about that. Okay, we'll get the 75 started up. Get it fueled up and go from there. But there's a lot of water going a lot of places out here. You can see how wet it is in spots. This was all rolled ground. I can't even see where any of the... I was gonna look at the beans coming up. I'm thinking this is one right here. It is so wet. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm hoping we can get something dissed. This is our lightest ground, and maybe by the afternoon we can plant. At least this has to get planted. The rollers, it's just gonna cake to it, so. Definitely some really wet spots. I'm hoping disking it will put it so we can plant tomorrow. It's doing its thing, just not amazing. I guess that's how this year's gonna be. So I'd really like to be wrapped up and back to the home farm, but that means once we get done with this field, we'll jump over to the next side of the farm and keep going. There's quite a few rocks to pick in here, just real big ledge rocks that we pulled up. Since chisel plows over here isn't the best tool. Down below it was great, but I wanted to work up some high compaction areas, and I think we did that. So hopefully next year we don't have to do much tillage over here and we can get away with it again. We'll see exactly what our plans are for the future. Dad, what's for dinner? I got dinner in the oven, but are you guys hungry? Maeve raw dog food. We got the chicken. You feeling chicken tonight? You're feeling chicken tonight. You definitely are. So Yanko and Zena absolutely love their Maeve dog food. Bon appetit. Do you want yours? Good girl. Let me give you a little rundown of Maeve. Maeve is the first and only human grade raw dog food that you can see and name the ingredients as you're feeding your dogs. There's no fillers and requires no prep. As humans, what we eat affects so much of our daily life, such as our mood, our energy levels, our behavior, and so much more. It's the same thing with our dogs. The benefits of feeding Mave raw dog food to your dogs include improved digestion, balanced energy, strengthened immune system, shinier and healthier skin and coat, cleaner teeth, and fresher breath. 90% of dog parents saw healthy improvements when feeding Mave. Being a dog parent is absolutely amazing. So don't you want the best for your dogs? I appreciate Mave being the partner of today's video. And Xena does too. You appreciate them. You love the food. If you want to feed the best dog food out there, hit the link down below and use my code DuffyAg. Appreciate Mave being the partner of today's video. And let's dive back to the content. We are going to have to come back to this one. You can see all the standing water in spots. Yeah, that's not going to do us good. So that must be water that ran down and it's just sitting on the surface. Wow. I was hoping I'd get the discs home tonight, well, this afternoon. I think they're going to stay over here. The weather actually looks pretty good for, honestly, the next 3 days. It was saying about 2.5 days. And then the weekend has like a 1/4 inch of rain, which really, compared to what we've been having, is night and day difference. So hopefully that's the case, and then next week don't look so bad at the beginning of it. We need some good days. There's a lot of people that are really behind, including us. There goes Yanko. Harley's back from work. She's gonna give me a ride back over to my pickup. And there's a few spots right here left on either side, but I had a ride, so I said, yeah, come get me. And gotta pick rocks over there. Got one wet spot down there, gotta pick. All this gotta get rolled, and then we'll be planting. So it was a good day. This ground takes a while because you can't run as fast. It's got a lot of rocks, it's abusive on it. Ideally we should have it no-till, but we don't have a planter set up for that. And I thought about getting my planter more and more that way, but at the end of the day, going to a bigger planter, more set up planter, is a better financial move than trying to retrofit the planter I have at this moment. So, you were awfully quick to leave me. How you doing? Alrighty, we're back here. It's what is today? Thursday. We got some good weather for a few days. We gotta just hammer. So yesterday I dissed everything pretty much over here. I gotta get rocks picked, I gotta get rolled, but we left this field before it started pouring and before we got over 3.5 inches of rain total from everything. So we're gonna hope that our AB lines are happy. We did the outside 3 passes and we're gonna send it. And then we'll take this off, put it on the roller, and it's gonna be a long day. But got the rock picking tractor that has to go home because it's got to load the next Pro Box into the seed tender, but I want to get the seed tender empty because the front compartment we're loading out of. So we'll load the planter, unhook, and see exactly how much we got.
Alright, now that chores are done, let's go get your dad some breakfast. Oh, you tired? Come on. Delivery. Got a lemonade for Chris, pineapple smoothie for myself, and sausage, egg, and cheese roll-ups from Sunnycrest Markets, local to us. Awesome place. Hey, bud? You like their food. Chris is planting away up there. Chris to let him in. Bud, come on. Come on, buddy. DoorDash.
Brought breakfast. And we are wrapped up. So we should have about 8 acres left of seed between the planter and what's in the box, in the seed tender. I did have a mess up, and we are going to find it in this field at some point. At some point, one of them plugged up in my monitor. We got to upgrade that for next year. But so we got one row that is going to be missing some spots. Yeah, that was on my list. But like I've said before, we could upgrade corn planters to something that can no-till for pennies on the dollar compared to throwing a bunch of technology on this planter. I don't really know. This planter, we got it figured out a lot better, and it does its thing. It just needs, it could be better. But alrighty, the bottom's down here. You can see the wet spots where there's some tire tracks. We'll have to roll that once it dries out, probably this afternoon. Sun almost wants to come out. It's a halfway decent day. Yesterday when I got home, it said it was 80 out during the day. I don't know if that's true or not, but what we're gonna do is load the planter, and then we are gonna drop the planter, and we are gonna go pick rocks, and then we're gonna roll everything, and then we're gonna hook onto the planter again and keep planting. So the stuff that I had planted and we previously rolled, I wanted to come back roll it again, but the ground conditions are not for that. We're gonna do more harm than anything. So the consistency is based off of it, but it was very nice to plant into. There's a little bit just sitting on this window, but otherwise seed tender's empty, and well, way wagon, and we have just enough, like it all lines up, so we're doing good. Let's go pick some rocks. We are done picking rocks in this field. I'm gonna roll it. If I see any other big ones, I'll go grab them, but otherwise, I probably should grab those. We're only picking large rocks, and somebody up previously said, oh, you're just being lazy, you're not picking every rock. Well, if we picked every single rock, we'd be here forever, just in one field. If we can push it down, then we're good. We might not pick this one because it's in the ground. The good thing about the roller, and the reason why we're picking rocks and rolling it down is so that the combine head does not pick up a rock, put the rock through the head, or we damage anything else. But like I said, the big rocks. So I dissed this yesterday. Now it's drying out a little bit, so once we roll it, it'll be perfect to plant. So we'll keep going. I do have one field where there's a ton of freaking rocks. Oh, that's the nature. No till over on this ground would be very nice. And that's what we're aiming towards. I don't know if it'll be next year or what our plan is, because next year we'll put corn into this ground. And we're doing rotation. Pretty big one here. Weird looking rock here. Second one I've seen. You better keep it moving. The other one was way bigger. Alrighty, we ran home. It took me longer. I was hoping I'd be moving some things around, but we picked all the rocks. Majority of them. Most of them. I think all of them. We are gonna go get in the rollers and get rolling. If I can get ahead, then this afternoon we'll be planting, and then tomorrow, or once Harley gets back from work, I'll probably keep her planting, and I will keep things moving. So we do have to go back with the 2755, take the last Pro Box, put it into the seat tender for the way wagon, but we're unhooked. We're gonna go up and get onto the rolling best, or onto the cultimulchers. Yeah. Hopefully, good afternoon. Picking rocks is honestly so boring. Well, necessary so we don't destroy a bunch of stuff. Got a few more passes over here, but as you see, we're wrapping up pretty good here. Cruising along 15 acres an hour. This field is 11 and a half. We'll jump over, go through the woods. We do have some wet spots, so I have not finished. We've got some stony spots too, ledge rock sticking out of the ground. People always say you should blast that and bring it back. That's not how this works. Blasting to no. But it's pushing down the little rocks, like something like this here. Let's watch what it does. Push down, we can plant over it. The header won't have an issue. There is some rocks that I forgot, like this little piece here. But this is ledge rock that really doesn't grow anything anyways. So I will have to come back. That pushed it down actually pretty nicely. So yeah, we're gonna stay after it. Hopefully roll everything I possibly can. I don't have auto U-turn on just because, not really sure why. I gotta do more outside passes to make it turn. And on the hills I don't like it as much. But, well, it does what it's supposed to, but with the two-wheel drive tractor it pulls it a little bit. So what we got left, we got to roll everything. I got some disking left. I got one field that's wet that we're gonna disc it and just see what happens. I want to do that very last moment, that way it can dry out some. As you see, we are kicking up dust, which is a good feeling. Yeah, needs to dry out a little bit longer for everything to be in a whole much better boat. But we'll keep going, me and Yako. This has made our lives easier. I got lunch sitting over here. I got some Dygert's pink lemonade. Lemonade season. Watch out for the ledge rock sticking out. Don't hit them too fast. Yeah, clearly the guy who picked the rocks missed some. Yep, that was me. I was that guy. It does push them down nicely though. So I came around this corner and all of a sudden I sunk. I'm worried up here is going to be the same way of wetness. Yeah. Come on. Oh. I guess we will not be planting. Come on. There we go. We're getting out. This is not what they're meant for. Okay. I guess we'll be picking the planter up through those spots. Oh. Yeah, that was almost bad again. There's got to be a spring there or something because it's just a random wet spot. But because it's been so wet this year, we're finding all the random wet spots. Yeah, this cultimulcher does not have the scrapers on it. But at least the next field is dry. We got everything rolled except for this little spot here. We do have a piece of trash right here. Somebody threw their garbage out in the field. Top of a bucket or something. So it's rolled. Everything else is ready to plant. Once I finish rolling this, I'll put this on the planter. Well, we got to disc this first. But once it's disced, That goes on the back on the planter. I think Harley's gonna run, but I'm wondering if this will start. I don't think it will. Not without a jump pack. Dead. Well, we are just waiting on Harley. She's grabbing the pickup, meeting us over here. This tire looks soft. It is. Oh. It's extremely soft. There's my pickup. I don't like that. This one's holding up, right? Yep, hasn't moved. It's not completely dead yet, but that's not good. Well, we got it running for about 10 minutes. Finished over there. When I came back over, I was like, oh, yep, tire's flat. Well, that didn't fill itself up. Probably bring the air compressor back down with us. Harley's wrapping up rolling. Once she's done rolling, we will go over. I'll go over with that. We're gonna drop the rollers. I'll get in the 27. I'll go home, and then we're gonna get planting. So got a lot to do. Always takes longer than you ever think. But she's doing a great job. Hell of a girl. I might switch with her, then she can go home, get chores done.
Were you picking up hitchhikers?
I'll switch with you.
Okay. Did we get kicked out? Yeah, we got kicked out of cult mulching. Just kidding. Chris is taking over. I'm gonna go home and do chores and then hook up the seed tender trailer, and he will be taking the 27 home, meeting me there. I didn't really film much the little bit that I was cult mulching. I got here after work, helped Chris out a little bit, and here we are. So I'm gonna go home, get that hooked up. He's still going out there.
So it's got a little note up front here that says unfold first and then lower. I figured out why. Oh, that was welded already. Somebody did what I did, and they lowered it and it hit the tire and it broke that off. That's why that broke so easily. I was like, why is that broken? But as we've talked about, we did not use any of the tines for this. The other side just rubbed. But alrighty, we'll be back for this to go on the planter. I'm gonna take the 27 home. We're gonna get seed moved out and load it into the tender and get planting.
Bonnie, good job, buddy. You did it.
Did you leave me? You did. You went with Mom? Alrighty, so we have the seed, the weigh wagon, which we're using as seed tender. We have one pro box to go. That might be close to our acreage. I think we're gonna have to use some of the bags. We got extra bags from Bob, and I have some bags from Seedway. So at the end of the day, I think we're right on the money. I brought... Somebody's calling me. I don't know who it is. We have... This is full of soybeans. And then top is full of soybeans. One, two... There's quite a few units. I don't even know how many units are actually fit in a pro box. I don't know, to be honest. We're gonna have to do some math. So it says it has 2,170 pounds. How much is 1 pound? I don't know how much one bag of soybeans weighs. I don't really know. Either way, we're using it. But 27 will not lift this high enough. It will lift it. They took it off the truck. So what I got to do is move the manure trucks so that we can use the loadout ramp that we've talked about and people have pointed out we should use. First time using it. Harley's up there, so we're getting Harley camp tonight. I really appreciate her. But if I back the seed tender right down here, I can come over the edge and unload in it. I might not need to move that truck. I definitely got to move this one though.
one-handed here.
Huh?
Do this one-handed here.
All right, now you open that door up.
Just slide the lever to the other side.
So, by the way, 2755 lifts about 2,000 pounds. If it's 2170, you got to unload 170 pounds by hand. That's one seat at a time.
Yeah, I was there. It was fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
Good bonding.
That's what we did.
All right, slide that door open. Didn't do anything? Oh, you pull it towards you or something, right? Yeah, yeah. No, open that. Now I know.
So it was...
Nope, go the other way.
Okay.
Now pull that big piece that's sticking out in front of you. Right below the handle. Pull that towards you. Yep. Reach your hand down.
Yes. The whole thing?
Yep. It should move.
It's not moving. Maybe I'm just not strong enough for it. I don't know. Or trying to do it one-handed. That never works.
It's probably a little tweaked. Like that. I've never opened a Pro box before in my life. So this is all new. It's all filled up with the Pro boxes before, so.
Why is it moving?
This goes up because there's less weight on it.
Oh.
I'll level it out and then just get it up all that. That way it all comes out.
Start it up. Slide first and then the lever. Slide it in first and then the lever.
Another romantic night out here. So I got Harley. We're gonna put the planter on the 46. This is why I need one more tractor and we'd be golden. Yes, the 27 can do some things. No, the 27 really can't pull that planter, especially it doesn't have saddle tanks on it, which we got to put the saddle tanks on this because we got to pick up our liquid. Whew, we got a lot of things to do still. But alrighty, I'll get this unhooked. Okay, Harley brought me some dinner, helped me load the planter. We finished up that field out back. We're jumping to the woods to the next fields. It's just before midnight, so she'll help me move around and she's gonna go home, go to sleep. Some of us have actual jobs, not just whatever I'm doing with my life. Just wrapping up the headlands around here, so 3 times around. This is a 20.79 acre field. We got some trees in the middle, so it works out to like 18.9 or so. Yeah, honestly, good running. If you can really see it, all the row cleaners are covered in mud. We had a moment. We went through the wet spot. We made it though. I was nervous. But it is 12:36 in the morning. It's very good running. Honestly, on next fill up, I'm probably gonna go home and sleep a little bit, and then we'll keep pushing tomorrow. We're gonna wrap up beans before the end of the day on Friday. Well, it's Friday morning, 12:37 now. But doing the headlands, something about running at night is just so peaceful, but at the same time, it's been a long day. So we'll keep pushing till we get empty, and then we'll probably go home. We'll evaluate the situation at that time. Well, I just checked. It is what time is it? 1:24 in the morning, and we have done 10 acres here, and then what we have previously 10 plus I think 7 So 17 acres since last fill up, maybe a little less, maybe 14. But we are low on seed and most of the hoppers. So I'm gonna park it up. We're gonna call it good. We'll be back in the morning. Maybe we'll sleep for a few hours and then we'll have another good day. So I think we're down to 35 acres left of beans, which is a good feeling. But a lot of corn left to go. So, alrighty, let me pull them over and we'll get parked up. Overall, an absolutely solid day. Got way ahead on where from the beginning of the day to when we ended. Granted, long hours, everything else like that. So this year is definitely a battle, and it is a battle for absolutely everybody in the Northeast. I know there's people that are going to be in the comments, and I'm not saying it doesn't bother me. I'm just trying to explain reality of the Northeast, because the people out west and in nicer climates or places where it's a drought, yeah, there's a lot of people like, you should be done planting. Should be done planting, but my neighbors are not done. I know a few people that are close on better soil and stuff like that, but there's a lot of people that have very minimal amount in, and it is scary. It's honestly scary. So appreciate everybody watching along. We're going to keep everything moving. Appreciate Harley and everything else she's done. Very excited for the future and to have her with me. It's made a big difference when she is running with us and her on camera. So hats off to her, and we'll just keep pushing along and hopefully get all our crop in the ground. See you guys on the next one. Have a good one.